Chelsea new star boy has arrived. Morgan Rogers is officially a Blue, but that's just the start. They have got huge updates on Bruno Guimarães, the 65 million bid rejected for Alex Scott, Garnacho imminent exit, a shocking Tottenham twist involving Pedro Neto and Cristian Romero, plus a major squad clear out at Stamford Bridge. They have got a lot to go through, but before we dive into it, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. But if you have been following me for a while, you know the truth. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Listen, standards announcements are cool and all that, but this one hits different. I officially signed England international Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa on a long-term contract running all the way through 2033. When the news broke, the official statement put it plain and simple. Chelsea is delighted to announce the signing of England international Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. The 23 years old forward has signed a contract at Stamford Bridge until 2033. And look, I love top signings. But what I absolutely love is a player who stepped through the door at Cuba and absolutely speaks gospel. In his very first word to the media, Morgan Rogers came out and said, "I'm happy to join the biggest club in London." I mean, talk about setting tone from day one. I love the cheekiness of it. Arsenal fans were desperately hoping and praying they could lure him to not London, only for him to land at Stamford Bridge and remind the entire country who actually runs the capital. You simply have to love it. He didn't just stop at bragging rights. Morgan Rogers laid out exactly why our project put him over everyone else. Stating, "Really excited about the project with the new manager, players we have got, and where the club is heading. And that's why I'm here. I can't wait to get started." But let's talk about Xabi Alonso effect for a second, because that was a massive game changer here. When you have got a manager with that level of elite pedigree, pulling the strings, top talents will do whatever it takes to play in our system. Morgan Rogers opened up about the chat with our manager, explaining, "I've had few conversations with him. I think it's important for me to be here. I need to understand what the manager likes, how he is, and how he wants to operate. It very, very much fits the way I see the game, the way I want to play, and the way I want to be me. I'm free to express myself." Him being a part of that was a massive factor for me being here. Now, if you thought Xabi was the only one pushing behind the scene to make this happen, Palmer was out there doing his own recruitment work. Rogers revealed how much Agent Palmer blew up his phone. "I've known Palmer since I was 14, first in England youth team, and then when we were both at Man City together. We have been speaking about this for a while. We always love to have played together, so for it to happen, we are both excited. He has been ringing my phone, texting me, I can't wait. I think that's probably the most special thing, playing with one of your best friends and being around him every day. It's something I'm really excited about." Our star boy has arrived, and people, the vision is crystal clear. The manager has his guy, and honestly, seeing Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer pulling that ice cold celebration in blue is going to hit like absolute crack next season. Now, if you thought the Morgan Rogers deal was the end of our ambition, think again. The street rumors is sitting up, and word is that we might truly be cooking something massive. The central midfield. Jacob over at Give Me Sports dropped a teaser that everyone is leaning on. Reporting, Chelsea could go in for a central midfield. There are several names on the list, and I'll have more for you soon. And right at the back of that, the whispers started to turn into concrete noise. Insider updates gave us the full breakdown of what is happening behind the scene. Chelsea has made inquiry over Bruno Guimarães, checking his situation at Newcastle. Understand Newcastle United wants at least 100 million euros to sell the Brazilian. The valuation Arsenal has not been able to meet in any discussion so far. Chelsea could yet make a move, but as things stands, midfield is not priority unless Enzo leaves. Chelsea are focused on areas of the squad plus outgoings before considering fresh incomings. And look, no top tier journalist has given the official "here we go" stamp just yet. But the fact that our name is being linked to Bruno Guimarães while Arsenal are struggling to pull the trigger is absolute poetry. Arsenal has been haggling, lowballing all summer, trying to get Newcastle to lower their demand from that 100 million euros valuation. Meanwhile, we are locking in the background and keeping tabs on this exact situation. Now I get the stance. Our priority right now is clearing out the squad and sorting sales before dropping another mega bid. And sure, the move might hinge on whatever happens with Enzo's future. But can you imagine if we actually pull this off? If we swoop in, drop the bag and snatch Bruno Guimarães right from Arsenal's hands after stealing Morgan Rogers from them, that wouldn't just be another transfer. That would push us into Premier League title contenders conversations. While everyone is fixated on that Bruno Guimarães noise, the board was quietly making a massive push behind the scene for another top talent, Alex Scott. If You remember I actually brought up Alex Scott earlier in the transfer window. I rate him so much. And clearly our board agrees, because the news broke via Alex Crook that Bournemouth has rejected inquiry from Chelsea for Alex Scott. But it didn't just stop at just casual inquiry. He came back with money on the table. Alex Crook and Ben Jacob dropped the breakdown, revealing Chelsea had a recent approach for Alex Scott rebuffed and were willing to pay a note of £60 million. The Athletic quickly backed up that, confirming Bournemouth has rejected an offer from Chelsea for Alex Scott and expect him to stay at the club this summer. Then Ben Jacob came through with a well-detailed exclusive. More on the exclusive Alex Scott story from earlier. Chelsea's rejected bid was £64 million, which was quickly turned down. Bournemouth told Chelsea, much like they did to Arsenal, Man City and Manchester United, that they don't wish to sell. Scott was offered a new contract in March, and off and on talks has taken place since. Scott has indicated he has no plans at his stand to sign a new deal, even though Bournemouth are prepared to offer a contract with a 2027 release clause. Bournemouth remain intent to keep Scott. Even if Scott doesn't agree fresh terms, Bournemouth want to keep him for at least one more season. Current deal runs until 2038. Look, £64 million turned down immediately shows how desperately Bournemouth wants to hold on to him, especially with Arsenal, City and United all knocking on the door as well. But here is the key detail for us. Alex Scott has indicated he has no plans to sign a new contract right now. Bournemouth might be holding their ground for one more season, but the fact that we put out a £64 million on the table proved two things to me. First, we are 100% getting a central midfielder before this window closes. And second, Alex Scott is a massive target for us. This is definitely one to keep a close eye on as the deadline approaches. Now on the outgoing side, we have basically got a report that confirms that our summer squad refresh is in full swing under Xabi Alonso. Alejandro Garnacho is officially on the verge of leaving Chelsea, with Aston Villa pushing aggressive to get the deal across the line. David Ornstein broke the big initial report, confirming that Aston Villa are in advanced talk to sign Garnacho. The proposed deal is for an initial season loan with a conditional obligation to buy, but the details remain movable at this stage and nothing has been agreed. Fabrizio Romero has come through with the specifics, pointing out that Garnacho is a top target for Aston Villa and Unai Emery considers him a top priority. Decision is also up to the player. Fabrizio Romero further expanded on how Aston Villa are really pushing for Garnacho. It's a loan deal with wages covered and a buy option clause that could become mandatory under certain conditions. It's not guaranteed, but there's possibility to activate it. The Crook over at Top Sports went further, indicating Alejandro Garnacho to Aston Villa is expected to go through a loan with an obligation to buy. Fabrizio confirmed that Aston Villa have sent an official bid to Chelsea for Alejandro Garnacho. Initial loan with buy clause included being discussed. Talks ongoing also on the player side. Now to wrap it up, the Telegraph detail how Unai Emery is keen on making this move happen after Garnacho's difficult first year. Alejandro Garnacho is closing in on a move to Aston Villa. Talks are advanced between two clubs. Unai Emery is understood to be convinced he can revive his career after a disappointing season at Stamford Bridge. Now look, let's be completely honest about it. It hasn't worked out for Garnacho at Chelsea. After coming in from United, he struggled for consistency, and it's clear he just doesn't fit into Xabi Alonso's tactical plan for this season. Sending him to Villa on a loan with a buy clause or obligation is smart business for us. It clears his wages off our book, recoup value, and let Xabi Alonso build the exact squad he wants. At this rate, I think it's 100% guaranteed that Garnacho leaves Chelsea this summer. Now, this update is one that nobody saw coming. We're talking about a potential cross-London piece of business with Tottenham that could completely shake up our defense and attack. The rumors started bubbling when reports surfaced about a surprise approach for Pedro Neto. According to reports, we understand that Spurs have sent a verbal bid to Chelsea for Pedro Neto. Naturally, because Pedro Neto is a proper top-tier player for us, we aren't going to let him go on a cheap. Johnson broke down our valuation stance. Pedro Neto is highly regarded, and it will take significantly more than Garnacho's 42 million valuation figure to price him away from Chelsea. But here is where things get absolutely crazy. This isn't just Tottenham making a bid for Neto. There are active parallel conversations happening between clubs, involving the central defender Cristian Romero. Full breakdown revealed, Chelsea and Tottenham are in dialogue over deals for Cristian Romero and Pedro Neto as reported. Spurs are preparing to open talks for Neto. Both clubs are expected to try a separate deal for two players. Understand Romero is keen on the move, though no indication yet from Pedro Neto's side, who wants reassurance over role before deciding. Worth noting, this does not affect Lacroix deal. Chelsea won both players in. Blues then expected to send Badiashile, possibly Fofana, if either deal goes through. I have to be honest with you guys, I don't see a swap or a parallel deal coming with Tottenham at all. If you ask me, I would take Cristian Romero at Stamford Bridge in a heartbeat, if that's what it takes, especially if Neto is already considering his option. Romero brings that aggressive, world-class winners mentality that our backline has been lacking for a while. The only thing that gives me a bit of concern is his red card record. He plays right on the absolute edge, and in our defense, he needs to keep his discipline in check. But pairing a World Cup winner like Romero alongside our incoming targets while pushing Fofana or Badiashile away, that completely upgrades our defensive ceiling for next season. And while all eyes are on incoming like Morgan Rogers and the midfield chiefs, our board is making a move to streamline the squad. It's clear Xabi Alonso had a specific profile for our defensive setup, and a major defensive overhaul is officially underway. Enzo Cancela dropped a report confirming that Trevor Chalobah, Axel Disasi, Benoit Badiashile are among those available for sale at Chelsea. When it comes to Axel Disasi, the situation at Cobham has escalated quickly. Some provided a breakdown of where things stand. Axel Disasi has been allowed to train alone and focus on finding a new club. West Ham has asked about bringing in the Frenchman back, but he does not want to move to a championship club. AC Milan are one of the numbers of Italian side interested in the defender, while there is also interest in France. Chelsea valued Disasi up to £25 million this summer, and they are working to find a permanent move away. And right on that queue, Serie A clubs has already started stepping up their interest. St. JFM reported, Roma has made inquiries with Chelsea about Axel Disasi. Chelsea wants £17 million to let him go. We have to love Axel Disasi's ambition here, politely turning down West Ham, because he has zero intention of dropping down in the championship. Whether it's Roma coming in with £17 million valuation or AC Milan pushing for him, it's clear that Disasi's time in blue is coming to an end. Between Chalobah, Badiashile and Disasi all being put on in the market, we are clearing a substantial wage of our books. This is a complete reset for our backline to give Xabi Alonso the exact tactical flexibility he needs for the new season. And with that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.